Hi again and welcome to day 3. We are starting down on the mat again today. We're also going to use a little bit of equipment. So I want you to grab either a dressing gown cord or a skipping rope, something that has no slack to it. We're going to use that today for our first exercise to give us a little bit of support. So you're going to take your dressing gown cord or skipping rope around your feet. And we're going to start with the knees slightly bent. This is just going to help us warm up a little bit. So we're going to sit nice and tall, shoulder blades down, chest lifted. And we're going to use this band here to give us some support as we roll back. So we're going to take a breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to tuck the tailbone underneath and we're just going to roll back ever so slightly. We're going to roll all the way up, take a breath in at the top. And again, we're going to breathe out. So we're just going to take a few, just small little rollbacks, just to warm up the core a little bit. So breathing out to roll back, coming all the way up, giving yourself a little check at the top with the breath in, and again, rolling all the way back. Good. So each time, coming back a little bit further. This is where your band is going to give you a little bit of support. Now think about rolling back and rolling up in reverse. So as we roll back from the tailbone first. As we roll up through the crown of the head first. Now, a progression option here would be to take the resistance band away. You can also flatten the legs here as well if you prefer. Yeah, so bent knees sometimes can be a little bit easier for people to control that roll back. But other times people can prefer the legs flat. So have a go, see what you prefer, and then just find that right level for you. So again, rolling back to that point where you feel challenged, don't feel as if you need to take it to a point where you're going to roll all the way back and lose balance. Good, well done. And again, your band here can act as a really good aid. My band has got some slack to it, so please try and avoid using a band with any slack. Band can really be a bit of an aid to help you back up. Good. So as well as challenging the core, this of course is a really good mobility exercise for the spine. Good, well done. So we're going to move on now to work the obliques. So you're going to come over onto your right hand side. Now we're going to come all the way down. Now if you don't have the mobility here in your shoulder to lay on the shoulder, feel free to bring it out in front and you can rest your head here on a cushion. Otherwise, head is here, the legs are out straight, we're laying in a straight line. Make sure that you are balanced, your hips are stacked, and we have the left hand down here in front of the chest. Now we're going to take a breath in as we lift the leg up just to about hip height. And then as you breathe out, you're going to squeeze the right leg up to tap the left. Breath in to lower. Again, breathing out to tap. Breath in to lower. Now, a few things to bear in mind. If it's a bit easy, try lifting the left leg up a little bit higher. But do avoid rolling back onto the bottom. So some people end up kind of here. Try and stay on the hip. And if you find that your hip is a little bit sensitive on the floor underneath you, try using a small hand towel just to take a bit of pressure off, give you some cushioning underneath that hip bone. Good, well done. Squeeze in that leg up. We're going to take 2 more and then we're going to add some little pulses just to give it that little kicker at the end. So left leg held up, we're going to pulse that right leg up to tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Lower down, well done. Now we're going to roll over onto our back for the next exercise. So we come here now into our classic shoulder bridge, a mobility exercise, but also a core strength exercise. So to set yourself up, your heels are nice and close to your bottom. Your feet are about fist width apart. We have the hands down by the side. Now we're going to take a breath in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to squeeze the ribs to pelvis. Tailbone comes underneath. Now you want to try and push down equally across your feet as you pull the hips up and you roll up along the spine. Now it's okay to come just up halfway and then roll back down onto the mat. So if you're quite new to all of this, you've had a little bit of time out, or it's just a bit too much to come all the way up onto the shoulders, just come up to a level that you feel comfortable with. Obviously, if you're happy to, you're going to take full range, coming all the way up onto the shoulders, avoiding that neck. So we're just pushing up onto the shoulders here, giving the bum cheeks a little squeeze, that nice lengthening through the hips, challenging the core here to keep the hips stable. That's where the core challenge comes in for our shoulder bridge, is so that the hips aren't wobbling all around. Now, of course, as with all exercises, we can make it a bit harder for the core. So when you're up here in your bridge, you can lift the arms overhead, leave them on the floor overhead as you roll all the way back down. And then once you're back down, bringing the arms back down by your side. It's much harder to roll down without the support of the arms. The core has got to work harder. And it's also harder to articulate the spine on the mat. Remember, with bridge, it is a spinal mobility exercise. We want to try and really tuck that tailbone under to open up all the way along the spine as we roll down. And it is much harder with the arms overhead. So again, arms overhead is a progression option. If it's a bit too much, just keep the hands down on the mat. Good. And really take your time with this. Often, slower is more challenging. Don't rush it. And you'll find that as you work through these, yes, they challenge the core. You'll also feel this in the hamstrings, the glutes. You get a nice bit of extension here at the front of the hips. Lots of benefits of bridge. So let's finish there. Bring the knees up into the chest. Have a little rock of the knees from side to side. And then from here, we're going to finish over on the left side. So make your way over. And again, remember here you have the option. You can either have the arm out in front of you with your head on a cushion, or if you've got the mobility in the shoulder here, come all the way down. We've got the legs extended away, ankles, knees and hips stacked, and we've got the right hand down in front of the chest. So again, here, that right leg comes up and away. We take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we squeeze that left leg up to tap, breath in to lower down. So again, here, trying to keep those hips stacked one on top of the other, try not to roll back on the bottom, and have that right leg up high enough that you get a bit of a challenge. Good. You can always take a little rest. I always think people are afraid of resting when the teacher's still moving, but if you've had enough, just rest and then jump back in when you're ready. Good, well done. Pushing those legs up, challenging yourself with a slightly higher top leg if you can. Good, well done. Let's take 2 more. And again, let's go for those little pulses. So holding the right leg up fairly high, we take that left leg up. We pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, well done. So come round, let's have a little stretch. So roll onto your front, bring yourself up into your tabletop position here. And let's come up into cat stretch, chin into the chest, tailbone underneath, and relax it down. And again, chin into the chest, tailbone underneath. Good, well done. I hope you enjoyed that session, and I look forward to seeing you again for tomorrow for day 4. Take care.